I was nervous, excited, and hopeful, all at once. My name is Sophie Martin, and today was my first day at Ridge Tech Solutions, a software development company in central London. After months of interviews and sleepless nights waiting for that one opportunity, this job felt like a dream come true. I stepped into the high-rise building, dressed neatly in a cream blouse and pencil skirt, clutching my brown leather handbag like it was a shield. The lobby buzzed with professionals, and the scent of roasted coffee from the cafe corner comforted me. A receptionist with a polite smile handed me a visitor's pass and told me to take the lift to the 17th floor. As I entered the office, everything felt shiny and intimidating. Glass walls, modern desks, plants in aesthetic corners. It was a picture from a magazine. I was directed to meet the managing director, Mr. Blake Harrison. I'd heard he was strict, handsome, and always in control. When I walked into his office, I froze. He looked up from his laptop, and our eyes met. Tall, clean-shaven, wearing a navy suit that fit his body like a second skin. His eyes were piercing blue, his hair slicked back, and his jawline sharp enough to cut glass. "You must be Sophie," he said, his voice deep and composed. "Welcome to Ridge Tech." "Thank you, sir," I replied nervously. "Drop the sir. Just Blake is fine," he smiled faintly. "I like keeping things personal." I smiled back, unsure if that was standard behavior or something else. He gave me a brief orientation, or so I thought. As he explained things, he leaned in a bit too close. His eyes roamed, slowly. I felt it. The air changed. I tried to ignore it. Maybe I was just overthinking. Maybe he was just confident. "Sophie," he said, walking behind me as I faced the glass window, "you seem like someone who takes instructions well." I turned around, heart thumping. "I try to do my best." "I bet you do," he said, voice lowering. "Let me know if you need anything. I mean anything." I gave a polite nod and left quickly, my cheeks flushed. That night, I couldn't sleep. Was he flirting? Was it just his way? Or did I imagine it? The next few days, his attention grew. Sometimes he'd call me into his office for tasks he could easily email. Sometimes he'd stand too close. One evening, he asked me to stay late to help him with a report. It was just the two of us in the dimly lit office. "You're smart," he said, watching me type. "And very beautiful." I froze. "Blake, this isn't professional." He walked around the desk, leaned beside me, his face inches from mine. "Don't pretend you don't feel the tension. I see the way you look at me." "I don't." He kissed me, just like that. Warm, demanding, yet gentle. My body tensed, but my lips didn't resist. My heart pounded in confusion, in desire. When he pulled back, I stood up, breathless. I couldn't finish. "Shocking," he whispered. "But you liked it." I left the office that night shaken, confused, yet weirdly thrilled. I kept replaying it in my mind. I wasn't sure whether to report him, quit, or admit I liked the way he made me feel. The next morning, I walked in hoping to act normal. But he was waiting. "Sophie," he said as I passed his door. "A moment, please." I stepped in. He closed the door behind me and pulled me into another kiss, slow, passionate, deep. His hands cupped my face like I was precious. I couldn't deny it anymore. I wanted it too. "I've been trying to resist this," he admitted, "but something about you pulls me in." "But what about work?" I whispered, breathless. "We'll figure it out," he said. "Just tell me you feel it too." I looked into his eyes and nodded. That afternoon, we met in the parking basement. The tension was unbearable. He lifted me slightly, kissing me again, but this time it was fire. My hands gripped his coat. My breath was heavy. I was melting into him. In the days that followed, our secret moments continued. A touch near the coffee machine. A stolen glance during meetings. A long kiss in his office with the blinds drawn. He wasn't just my boss anymore, he was someone I was falling for. One weekend, he invited me to his penthouse. I hesitated, but curiosity won. His place was stunning, high ceilings, warm lights, and the scent of vanilla candles. We sat on the couch, and he opened up. "I've been alone for too long, Sophie," he said. "And maybe this isn't perfect, but I don't want to stop." Neither did I. That night, in the comfort of his home, with the city lights glowing through the window, we made love, slow, emotional, intense. He held me like he'd waited his whole life. Afterward, I lay on his chest, listening to his heartbeat. "I never thought my first day at work would lead me here," I said. He laughed softly. Neither did I. Our relationship grew from stolen kisses to real affection. It wasn't just about attraction anymore. It was something deeper. But we kept it secret. Office gossip spreads like wildfire. One day, HR called me in. I panicked. Did someone see us? But it wasn't about that. It was a routine check-in. Still, I realized we had to be careful. Blake surprised me that weekend with a small ring box. "It's not an engagement," he smiled. "It's a promise." Inside was a delicate silver ring. "A promise of what?" I asked, eyes welling up. "That I'll never treat you like a secret," he whispered. "And one day, when the time is right, I'll make this official." I kissed him, tears sliding down. What started as harassment turned into something I never imagined: love, real and raw. Now, when I sit in his office, not as a nervous employee but as someone he cherishes, I realize life is unpredictable. Sometimes the most shocking beginnings lead to the most beautiful endings.